things I do for you guys. So we're trying to find out where this noise is coming from. We're going to drive up the hill first, which might be a bit boring, but it's not very far. We put the GoPro on a ratchet strap, well, not a strap but a tie wrap so it won't fall off. I think it's better than me. I heard it there when you backed off a little bit. So I'm going to put this... It feels like you're doing 1,000 miles an hour. Interesting, isn't it? Different view. I can't hear anything when it's driving. Now we'll get to the top of the hill in a minute. Bloody dusty. There's some goggles on. Now we're going to turn round and we're going to go in neutral down the hill, right? So we're in neutral transfer case, neutral and neutral gearbox. All right, now we're freewheeling. Can you hear it? Loud and clear there. Right, let's go and see what this video looked like. So, what we've established after our death-defying feet hanging out the back door and trying to film this differential, we've come to the conclusion that this diff has got to come out and we're going to have a look at it. Yeah. So, I've not done one of these before, but it looks very much the same as a rover axle. What we're going to do is take the wheels off, pull the shafts out, prop shaft off. Naturally we've got to drain the oil. I think what we'll do is I'll clean that oil bucket out there, that white one, and we'll see if there's any contaminants in it. It could be a bearing, it could be set up bad, because they did this diff in the States, didn't they?
We had a clunking noise, and we asked a company in San Diego to see if they could resolve this for us, and that's when we went home at Christmas. And when we came back, included in the hefty invoice was the removal and sending away to a specialist to check angles, clearances and everything else. So the gib, the rear diff's been out and it's been checked, and apparently it was okay. It's gone back in with the new custom built shaft. Yeah. So
I still can't figure out why they actually put another shaft on. Why they couldn't put universal joints in it. Didn't make any sense to me.
I've no idea. It was, to use a French phrase here, fait accompli. When we came back, it was done.
So, like I say, I haven't done one of these before, but there's a first time for everything. But I think that's what we'll do. You know, we've looked at a video, haven't we? We've listened to the sound going up the hill, coming down the hill.
Yeah.
And it's when the car is being driven by the wheels, you know, the wheels are driving the car. Yeah. The noise is really, well, you've seen on the video anyway. So
more pronounced.
Yeah, it's more pronounced. So you know, like, I don't want to do it, but we've got no choice. But we've got to. Yeah. We're in blind mode because both of us don't know what we're doing now. The blind leading the blind. So let's get on with that. It's kind of simple. I won't do a video of taking the wheels off. Bloody hell, if we haven't worked that out, then you never will. But apparently this rover, I've just been sort of working out that this is sort of a rover style axle, P38 axle. We think that these drive shafts are one piece, so don't get excited it's a 110 because they won't fit in a Salisbury, because the Salisbury axle's bigger. And you know, so anyway, that's it. So he's busting to go, he's got the airline out, look at that, he's like at home already. Let's get on with that.
Would you take this guard off now and then do the half shafts in a second?
No, it doesn't really matter, but I just wanted to point out, when we turn, because we didn't turn the diff before, did we? We just turned the prop shaft.
Yeah.
Because we had the wheels on, but now it's extremely difficult. Well, not extremely difficult, but it's not easy to turn the pinion, is it?
No, it's quite stiff.
Now, just before we take anything to bits, I'm just going to move the brake pads out.
Okay.
To eliminate its drag on the brakes.
Okay.
You know, because that could be it, and then we've completely wasted our time. Let's do that. Let's just So I've backed off the brake pads with the stick thing, so the wheels are turning nice and free, both sides. But this is there, just there, Paul.
Yeah, I can see it. Yeah.
It's so hard to turn.
Yeah.
And it's not cheap.
Did you say not cheap or not cheap?
Not cheap. This is $1 million job, chaps. This is my retirement. No, there's something definitely wrong with that.
Right.
You know, like when we were playing around with it before we had the prop on and trying to turn the prop, there was so much weight and wheels and things like this on it, you couldn't pick it out.
No.
But now we've isolated it.
So what do I need? I'm just looking at the spanners I need, or socket I need to get this off.
If it's like an old rover axle, it would be 9/16, but
I don't know.
It should be metric, but though in Land Rover, it won't be.
But I also need, there's a bigger one.
So you've got to take them off. This is not an easy one to film, is it? Is that any better?
So there's these two bolts here.
Yeah, right in the way, aren't they?
These two bolts, let me...
Yeah, get that guard off.
Yeah.
I've got a grinder, we'll soon get it off. Hang on, I'm just going to film this bit, Paul, while you pull that shaft out, because we've noticed that there's a lot of oil coming out of this axle where it should be greased, because... Oh, bloody hell. Oh. What the... So there's supposed to be an oil seal on here. There's a seal. You see, I don't know if these are for 90, 110 or what, but that's not right because they've beaten the hell out of the nut on there. We might have to take them apart and have a look and see that. But we'll have to look at the book because they might have this ring on here, the oil seal, but don't fit it.
Right. Okay.
We don't know.
No.
So we'll just stick that in there like that so it keeps it somewhat clean. But that, it was it shouldn't be that tight.
No.
So what we're going to do now is drain off the oil into the clean bucket.
Yes. Okay.
So let's have a look at that, and I want to see what's in it. Right, we're going to take the oil bung off. It's in reverse.
Reverse, yeah.
Good. Ooh, there's something wrong with that. I can tell straight away.
What, by the colour?
Yeah, it's shiny metallic. Look at it. Can you see it?
Yeah.
It's got a metallic hue to it. Yeah, that's not good. Bloody hell, we'll get a few quid for scrap out of that. That should be nice and clear. Because there's no dirt should get into there, if you see what I mean.
No.
Oops. And of course, when was this diff taken out?
In January.
This year?
This year.
Yeah. Oh, that should be crystal clear. But you see it's got a metallic-y finish to it. I don't know what bloody oil that is. It's just like engine oil. And it hasn't driven it. Well, we've only driven it up and down the road, so it's not hot. Otherwise I'd be going, ow. So, let's get the diff out. And surprise, surprise, the bolts are 9/16 AF. Yeah, that should be good. Now, we've got all the bolts out. We're going to use our world famous dismantling tool, available in the shop. Buy two, get none free.
Does it come with a hammer?
It does. The use of the hammer is $500 a stroke.
The tool is free.
Yeah. So we'll try and film this as it comes out. Now, just before we do that, Paul,
Yes.
do you want to turn it? It's got a tight. It's tight, isn't it? There.
There's a tight spot, and it.
Listen, you can hear it, can't you?
Yeah. Yeah.
Ooh, what surprises! What surprises! Well, I've got two dismantling tools here. They do come in a 2-pack.
One for your friend.
Yeah, get buy one for your friend. Best thing you can buy your friends for Christmas. That's why I've got two, because
You put the one up
ooh, look at that stud sticking up there.
at an angle.
Yeah, that's going to be a bugger. Yeah, we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. I think I'll join you in the tapping. I'll go and get a hammer of my own. I feel it left out. Keep going. You getting anywhere?
No. Should I put money back on this tool?
You hit it harder. Bloody hell, where's the... There it is. Get some of that silicone out of there. Yeah, we'll move that. What was oil out there? Bloody hell, that's clogged in right tight, isn't it?
Yeah. That's not.
No, it'll go. I don't know what they've used. That is tight, eh?
Nothing's moving.
No. Nothing's moving at all. You can't really see the
line.
The seam, can you? Let's try and find a little wire brush. You keep tapping away. Oh, you got it?
Something. Yeah. Just,
right.
I think something just started.
Oh, that's good. I'll start. Oh, yeah, that's it. Keep going. There she goes. There she goes. I'm going to have a bit of a cat. I'll tell you what, that stood at the top. I'll hammer it down and we'll put a thread onto it later. There you go, Paul. This is going to be heavy.
Okay.
Not like Neil of the young ones with his heavy. It's a heavy man. Just hold on, Paul. I'll get it. I've got a big bar here. I'll
Bang in my head.
bang your head. The elastoplaster are expensive. Right. Oh. Nearly there. Again, it's going to be heavy. I think you've got it.
Tell you what, it's heavy.
Is it? I should have told you. Right, let's take it and put it on the bench before we get too excited. Oh no, wait a minute. Bit of drama in the next episode.
Now, I'm not an expert, but I don't think that should be like that.
Let's have a look on the bench. We can't see it, we can't really focus in down here.